Hi all, in this video we shall solve some problems on binomial distribution using statistical tables, and also we find the mean and variance of binomial distribution. Before that, let me explain what is Bernoulli trial. It is a trial with only two possible outcomes, that is success and failure. Now consider n such trials and x denote number of success in n trials with p as the probability of success and 1 minus p as the probability of failure. Then the probability mass function of the binomial distribution is given by p of x. Sometimes we write f of x. Sometimes we write bx and p. All these are same. And it is ncx p raised to x 1 minus p raised to n minus x. So instead of writing 1 minus p, sometimes I write q, which denotes the probability of failure. Now we are assuming these four conditions whenever we are solving a binomial distribution problem. That is, there are only two possible outcomes such as success and failure for each trial. Probability of a success remains the same for each trial, and there are n trials where n is a constant and all these n trials are independent. Using binomial tables, you know that b, x and p stands for the probability mass function of binomial distribution. This is not available from the tables, but the cumulative distributed values are available. That is, capital B stands for the sum of all the probabilities till x. Still, you know that x counts the number of success in n trials. So the value of x will be from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n. So here capital B of x and p means adding all the probabilities till x, and it is available directly from tables. And B of capital B of x plus 1 np means adding all the probabilities till you get x plus 1. Okay. Now we need a single probability. This is not available from the tables, but the cumulative ones are available. So to find b of x plus 1 np, we have to subtract bx np from bx plus 1 np. You can see these two equations. If you want f of x plus 1, you have to subtract this value from this value from this value. So you will get f of x plus 1. We will discuss that when we are solving problems. This is our first question. If the probability is 0.05 that a certain wide flange column will fail under a given axial load, what are the probabilities that among 16 such columns at most 2 will fail, at least 4 will fail? So here when we read out the question, they have asked for number of columns which will fail. So here the columns which will fail will denote the success. So success need not always be a positive one. It can be negative also. So here failing is our success. And n denotes the number of columns. So n is 16. P denotes the success, probability of success, which is 0.05. Okay. Now using these we are going to write down the given data. So let x be the random variable which will count the number of columns among 16 which will fail under a given axial load, because x will count number of success. Here success is the number of columns which will fail. And the p is 0.05, n is 16. Let us find out q, 1 minus p, which is 0.95. So these three parameters are necessary when we are solving a binomial distribution problem. That is, we have to find n, p and q. Once you obtained all these values, you have to substitute in this probability function. Okay. And this particular equation is very important because you will score 2 marks from this. Once you have obtained that, let us solve our first question. Find the probability that at most 2 will fail, that is maximum 2 will fail. Among 16 columns, maximum 2 will fail. Now we are using binomial tables. I will discuss different methods for solving the answer. Here I am using statistical tables. Maximum means x less than or equal to 2. You know that the value of x starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2, adding all the probabilities up to 2, which is nothing but capital B, X, N, P. Here 2 stands for X, 16 stands for N, and the P is 0.05. This is directly available from the table, which is 0.9571. Now let me explain how to use the table. First you have to locate N. N is 16. Once you find out N, now search for X equal to 2. Now this is our X equal to 2. Once you get to X, then locate for the probability which is written in the first row. So here P is 0.05. Now find the intersected value of 2 and 0.05, which is 0.9571. This is our required probability. Now if you are using calculator, probability of X less than or equal to 2 means adding all the probabilities up to 2. So here X starts from 0 up to 2. Okay, now type this equation in your calculator and you will get the same answer we have obtained using binomial tables. Now I will tell you how to use calculator, how to type this equation. Now this is your calculator. First you have to get summation. For that press shift and log, you will get summation. Now I have to type the equation 16cx. So I will press 1 and 6. So you get 16. Now next I have to type combination C. For that press shift and divided by. So you will get 16C. Now I have to type the alphabet X. For that press alpha. Alpha denotes alphabet. And then variable X, which is the small bracket, because here you can observe we have a tiny blue colored print here which denotes X. Okay. Now you know how to type alphabets. So we have got 16cx. Now you have to multiply, isn't it? So press multiply, and then you know how to type the remaining equation because you know how to type the alphabets. So type 0.05 raised to alpha x, and then 0.95 raised to 16 minus alpha x. Once you have typed this equation, now input the limits. Here x starts from 0 to 2. So type 0 to 2 and then press equal to, you get the same answer we have obtained using tables. At least minimum 4 will fail. At least means minimum. Now we are using calculator. Probability of x greater than or equal to 4 means from 4 up to 16, because here n is 16, we are stopping up to here. Add all the probabilities from 4 to 16. You can use the calculator here. So from 4 to 16 type P of x and then you will get this answer. There is another way to use calculator. P of x greater than or equal to 4, that is from 4 to 16 you have to add, isn't it? And it takes too much of time for the calculator to process the answer, and you can use this method and you will get the answer in an instant. So you can use this condition, that is 1 minus probability of the complement less than 4, strictly less than 4, that is 1 minus probability that x is from 0 to 3. Okay, adding all the probabilities from 0 to 3 and then subtracting from 1. Okay, and this will give you the answer in your calculator at a faster rate compared to the previous method, and both are same. Now I will tell you how to use the binomial tables. Greater than or equal to 4. So you can use this condition, 1 minus probability of x less than 4, that is from 0 to 3. You have to add all the probabilities and then subtract from 1. So 1 minus probability from 0 to 3. Okay, which is nothing but capital B of 3. Here x stands for the last value. So x is 3 here, starting from 0 to 3. And n is 16, p is 0.05, and this particular value is available directly in the table, which is 0.9930. Subtract from 1, you get the same answer. I will tell you next how to use the tables. So search for 16 and then search for the value of x, which is 3. and p is 0.05, so you get the answer 0.9930, which you have to subtract from 1, so you will get 0.007. Now let me discuss another derivation here. Obtain the mean and variance of binomial distribution. Now this is your probability function. You know the formula for expectation, which is x into p of x. Substitute p of x in this equation and use the formula for NCX, which is n factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial. Substitute that here. Now you are going to adjust all these expressions here by using these formulas. Take n factorial as n into n minus 1 factorial, x factorial as x into x minus 1 factorial, n minus x can be written as n minus 1 minus x minus 1, p raised to x can be written as p raised to x minus 1 into p. Now substitute all these expressions inside the summation. Okay, you will be left out with this equation. Now cancel this x over here and x over here. So you will be left out with this equation. After cancelling, make sure you have to change the limits. So here x starts from 1 to n. Previously x was from 0 to n, isn't it? Now x is from 1 to n. Now you have to bring the constants outside. So here n is constant and p is constant. Take that outside. Okay. Now this particular expression is a combination n minus 1 c x minus 1. I am going to replace that. Okay. Now after expanding this, it is a binomial expansion, okay, which is q plus p raised to n minus 1. If you expand this using binomial, you will get the above equation. Now the value of q plus p is 1. So substitute this as 1. So expectation of x will be n into p. Now we have to find variance of x. For that, this is our formula, expectation of x square minus mean square. You know mean, we have found out np. Now we have to find only expectation of x square. And this is the formula for expectation of x square. Before that, I am going to alter x square. X square can be written as x into x minus 1 plus x. So replace x square with that expression. Now split the summation into 2, and this particular second term is nothing but expectation of x. Now replace that with expectation of x, and you know expectation of x is np, the mean of binomial distribution, and I am going to substitute np. Now substitute p of x here. Okay, and you know x varies from 0 to n, substitute that as well. Now substitute NCX. Now here alter n factorial, x factorial, n minus x and p raised to x using these expressions. N factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial, x factorial, n minus x can be changed as n minus 2 minus x minus 2, p raised to x can be changed as p raised to x minus 2 into p square, all are same. Now substituting this, you can cancel x here and x here, x minus 1 and x minus 1. Okay, you will be left out with this expression. Since you are cancelling two terms here, make sure you have to change the limits of the summation. Here x starts from 2 to n. Previously it was 0 to n. Now bring the constants outside. Here the constant was n into n minus 1 into p square. I have brought that outside, and this particular expression is a combination n minus 2 c x minus 2. I have replaced that, and this particular summation is the expansion of a binomial expression q plus p the whole raised to n minus 2. If you are expanding this using binomial expansion, you will get this particular summation. Once you get expectation of x square, you have to substitute q plus p as 1. You have got expectation of x square. Now we have to find out variance. Substitute expectation of x square and expectation of x in this formula. Simplify that further. You will get np into 1 minus p. You know 1 minus p is nothing but q. So this is our variance. I hope you have understood this. Thank you.